They called him Jesus. He came to love.
Let's grab our basic instructions before leaving Earth, and let's see what the Creator, Father God, has in store for us today. Let's look at Daniel chapter 6. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom, and over 3 presidents, of who Daniel was first. So Daniel was the first president, that the princes might give account unto them. The king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because he excelled spirit was in him. The king thought to set him over the whole realm. Then the presidents and the princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occurring nor fault. For as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error of fault found in him. Then said those men, We shall not find any occasion against Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. Then those presidents and princes assembled together to the king, and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom and the governors, and the princes and the counselors and the captains have counseled together to establish a royal statute, and make them a firm decree, that whosoever shall ask a portion of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree, and sign the writing, that it be not changed, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which altered not. Wherefore, King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went to his house, and his window being open in his chambers towards Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. So he did not let it stop, that he was still praying to God, which that's a good thing. Keep on doing it, Daniel. Then those men assembled and found Daniel praying and make supplication before his God. Then they came near and spoke before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man shall ask a portion of any god or man within 30 days, say of thee, O king, shall he cast into the den of lions? And the king answered and said, Thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which they altered not. Then answered they, and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of captivity of Judah, regardeth thee not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh a petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun, and delivered him. Then these men assembled unto the king, and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and the Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spoke and said unto Daniel, Thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. Quick cat. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. And the king sealed it with his own signet, and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace, and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning, and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he had came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice, O Daniel. And the king spoke and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angels, and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocity was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. That is great. It's nice to read the Bible with the cat there. Right there. All right.
So you start reading, she was wide open.
Yeah, I know. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nation, and language that dwell in all the earth, Peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men trouble or fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and steadfast forever. And his kingdom, that which was not, be destroyed, and dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who had delivered Daniel from the power of the lion's den. So Daniel purposed in the reign of Darius, and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. Alright, let's look at number 7. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream, and told the sum of the matter. Daniel spoke and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of the heaven strode upon the great sea. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was left up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it. And behold, another beast, a second, like a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and had 3 ribs in his mouth between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. After this, I behold, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given unto it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoureth and breaketh in pieces, and stumbleth the rescue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another horn, before whom there was 3 of the first horns plucked up by the root. And behold, in this horn there were eyes like the eyes of man, and the mouth speaketh great things. I beheld, till the throne were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head was of pure wool. His throne was like the flaming fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Alright, now I'm going to stop right here for a minute. Now, so far I've read all this. Come on, cat, don't be doing that. I've read all this. Now, if you keep up with the world stage, if you look like the lion and had the eagle's wings, alright, if you, I think it's England, I'm pretty sure, let me check it out. This way. We have the lion and had eagle's wings. Now, this is 2 days' time, England and the United States. Now, let's go on down. And our politicians has the heart of man. They do not care anything about you, even though you may think they do. They do not. And behold, another beast, a second, like a bear, and that is Russia. Okay, so now you guys can go and look up and get interpretation from it and everything. I'm giving you my outlook on it and the way the world is today. Alright, number 10. A fiery stream issued come forth from before him. 1,000 and 1,000 ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. Now this is the judgment. This is the end times when life is no more. Okay? The judgment was set, and the books were opened. Alright, now, this is a book that is written on every single one of us. And you were put in the book, but then whenever you kept on sinning, you were taken out of the book. Now you can go to Revelation and you'll find that. And oh goodness. Let me see. I'm going to find it. Be right back. Deuteronomy 30, 19, and 20. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him. For he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. So now you have got a book that is written, and it is you. And I'm going to give you a couple more little bitty tidbits. You have 2 lungs. The Old Testament, the New Testament. You have 4 vials that's in your heart. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And now I can go on with them. There's more. you can go to Enter the Stars and you can find a whole lot about your body and the Bible. Alright, let's go on between here. Now, and there was given him dominion and glory and kingdom, that all people, nation, and language should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall be not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the vision of my head troubled me. I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me, and made me know the interpretation of the thing. Now, we are going into, I'm going to finish up, and then I'm going to tell you how that it's showing earthly, okay? And it's showing earthly, already in the process. These great beasts were four, and 4 kings which shall rise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, ever and forever. Then I would know the truth of the 4th beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and the mouth that spoke very great things, and whose look was more stout than his fellow. I behold, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them, until the Ancient of Day came. All right, now, this is the Antichrist. Keep on making war with God's people, and he keeps on doing it until Christ comes back. And judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saint possessed the kingdom. Thus he said, the 4th beast shall be the 4th kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down, and break in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Now, so when one king passes by, another king is coming in. Okay? And it keeps doing this through generations, okay? Alright, and he shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change time and law, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, and consume, and to be destroyed it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatest of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. Thereunto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my I don't know, it much troubles me, and my countenance changed in me. but I kept the matter in my heart. All right, so we are done with this. All right, now, you have the United Nations. What?
I don't know. Yep.
You have the United Nations. Okay? Now, all these kings from Iran, Iraq, and all these places around about keep on gathering there. And they're going to keep on going over and over and over and over all these things until it comes right down to the very last man that is working together. I forgot what it's called. What is the United Nations working on?
According to the United Nations, the organization works on a broad range of fundamental issues, from sustainable development, environment and refugees protection, disaster relief, counter-terrorism, disarmament and non-proliferation, to promoting democracy, human rights, gender equality and the advancement of women, governance, economic and social.
Okay, so here we go. Is the fundamental issues, okay, like sustainability. Look up
Agenda 21.
Agenda 21, Environment and Rescue Protection. Look up, it says 31, Agenda 31. All right, disaster relief. Let's look at FEMA. FEMA's not a good thing. All right, counterterrorism. You're
The terrorists.
the terrorist.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, keep looking it up. All right, disarmament. All right, they want to take your gun. So therefore, and promoting democracy. Democracy is communism.
Yeah.
It is, and if you don't have to believe me, you go ahead. All right, advancement of women. Go have your abortion. All right, thanks for watching. You can go ahead and look up the rest. How to donate to PayPal. You mash on Poor Man's Sewing, and then you come up here and you look for About, and you mash on About, and right here you hit on Donate to Poor Man's Sewing. It's people like you that help me out, and it is really appreciated, and I hope you many blessings in this hard times that we are fixing to go through. A lot of hugs and kisses to you.